again? Well, can you believe we're well into April already? Where does the time go to? I mean, the weeks fly by, and yet with lockdown, you'd expect it to drag, wouldn't you? So, as promised, I did the Easter egg hunt for my nieces. Remind me to never offer to do it again. Honestly, cutting out rabbit feet, sticking them on, and hopping around the house hiding Easter eggs is rather exhausting. Made worse, actually, because I had to go back around and write their names on all the eggs, just to make sure they had exactly the same amount, type, and colour. Heaven forbid one of them should have two pink ones and the other no pink ones. Oh, and my sister invites herself round for lunch that day too. Well, seeing as the kids are already going to be here. Now, I like to think I'm quite ambidextrous, but running around the house, cooking the roast, prepping all the veg, making the Yorkshire puddings, called on skills that I did not know that I had. I decided not to do the Easter egg hunt in the garden, what with this weather being so unpredictable. I didn't think soggy Easter eggs would go down very well. I mean, this weather. Last week, one day I'm out the back sunbathing, the next I look out the window and it's snowing. Snowing. Within 10 minutes, my garden had a sheet of white. 5 minutes later, the sun's out and it's all melted again. Mind you, there was a cold breeze, wasn't there? It's bizarre. Oh, kind of like this last year, really. I did say to my mother, have you been decimating the ozone again with all that hairspray? She was telling me, though, when it snowed before in April, or maybe it was May, in 1976, the summer that followed apparently was glorious. So hot you could barely walk on the pavement. So there is hope after all. So what else has been happening? Oh. Well, Prince Philip passed away, which was sad but not entirely unexpected. It's another moment in history that I've lived through, and it makes me wonder what the future holds for me. What will I be remembered for? I've been questioning myself recently, like, where is my life going? Take, for instance, the non-essential shops reopening. Now, part of me was so excited that I could go down and actually choose what I wanted to buy, especially with clothing and makeup. I mean, my mascara's running dry from lack of use. But the other part of me's just got so used to clicking a button and having things delivered the next day. Mind you, when they arrive, they're not always as they seem in the picture. No. I remember this one time I ordered a pop-up tent. I mean, it looked fairly simple, and I thought it would be fun for my nieces to play in the back garden in the summer holidays. Well, after threats to the company, who actually didn't exist in Britain after all, but in China, the product finally arrived, and you could barely fit a cat in it, let alone a child. I had been scammed. Oh. My mother said that she'd seen these tents on the beaches when she was abroad, where people used them to hide their beers from the sun. Well, after many emails, I finally got my money back. And what made me feel slightly better about the whole thing was that I wasn't the only one that had fallen for the false marketing. Oh. So I really do think it is important to support local businesses and to get our high streets back. But I'm just not sure I'm ready to be with that many people yet. I mean, do I just wait for the jab? That's something else I don't understand. Why are people wasting their jab by not turning up for their appointment just because it's sunny outside? Well, I'm on the referral list and I can't wait to be called in. My mum said she would have even missed a hen party to get hers done. Oh, well, all of this really has made me consider my future. I mean, I didn't sign up to be answering phone calls all day from people upset about cancelled holidays. And I can't see me being needed to go abroad and check out new areas and hotels. I mean, the self-isolating, the getting through the airports and hiring a vehicle, it just seems like an awful lot of trouble. I can't understand why, because usually I'd have been gone at the drop of a hat. I practically lived out of a suitcase. Maybe I've just got lazy. No, I don't think so. I just feel like I need to do something different, a bit more worthwhile? I mean, when you consider all of those frontline workers, from the NHS to public services, police, teachers, supermarket staff, delivery drivers, they carried on so that we could carry on. What have I contributed to society? What could I? Any suggestions? I mean, after homeschooling, teaching is definitely out. Although perhaps I could work with older children. So this is definitely a month of self-reflection. I think I need to change direction. My grandparents left me some money, so I could retrain, go back to uni. I would really like to do something useful. So it's time for some career research, which is actually quite exciting. Who knows what I will decide. But meanwhile, wine time. Cheers, everyone.